Hello there and welcome to the stream. My name is Nomad Castle. This is GESC Newbee versus Vici Gaming. I'm here with Podem off the Moon and we are very excited to bring you this match. How is it going, Podem?
I'm doing super great, thanks for having me here. And looking at the draft, we're already well into it, so sorry for missing a little bit of it. I'm gonna run through the bands really quick. On the side of Newbee, we have Tiny, Bounty Hunter, Omni Knight, Faceless Void, Phantom Lancer, and Nyx Assassin Bandit. On the side of Vici Gaming, we're looking at a Naga Band, a Tusk, a Sand King, a Templar Assassin, a Tinker, and the last one is still pending, which gives us some time. Nope, it's a Jaro.
Okay.
We saw the opener from Newbee, starting off with Clockwork Disrupted, the classic roaming combo. On the side of Vici Gaming, Elder Titan Shadow Fiend, not so classic, and a super early Shadow Fiend pick, but I must say I like it. It's getting the Elder Titans 3 already, Shadow Fiend in there as well, and they have good Shadow Fiends played, that's for sure. But Newbee kinda answered directly with both the Viper and the Bad Rider, and so that's two heroes Shadow Fiend does not like to be up against.
No, he sure doesn't. There's a lot of lockdown in those two heroes, and to be honest, all four of those heroes do very, very well versus the Shadow Fiend. I can't really see him having a good game here, but the Lycan pickout coming up quite late from Vici Gaming, and now in a Baden as well, just as a counter to that Bat Rider. Interesting pickup there. Also works quite well for the Clockworker, though. You don't really have any dispels to break. You do have the shield, the extra health inside those cogs, which can be the difference between living and dying in that situation, so I really like that pickup from Vici. I think it's very strong.
It is indeed very strong, especially with the Lycan trip. Don't know how he got through that draft for such a long time, but we've seen it in China, or in the Chinese region quite a lot. That Lycan trip got through the later stages and they're actually comfortable picking him up and not banning him out instead of pretty much all the other regions that ban him out pretty much first phase.
Yeah, I mean, since the nerf, there's been a little less interest in him, but he's still definitely that kind of tier 1, tier 2 material. And Paparazzi does love the hero as well. He plays it an awful lot, so yeah, it's gonna be great to see one of his favorites there. And yeah, everybody's getting loaded in. Looks like we're good to go. So based on the draft, Podem, who would you call this game for?
I gotta go with Vici here. I believe in the Lycan trip, even with the last pick, Terrorblade from Newbee. I think Newbee's idea is to use Viper and Bad Rider just to lock down the Shadow Fiend as much as possible in the early game, but I feel with Witch Doctor, Elder Titan, they have so much potential to just run over Newbee here. So I'm gonna go with Vici here.
Okay, really, I'm actually, my ball's in the other court. I'm thinking Newbee's got this one. I like their draft. I think they've got so much lockdown for the Shadow Fiend that that basically VG are going to be -1 hero this game.
Well, you always go with the filthy Viper draft, so...
I mean, Viper is a great laner. I mean, 11 can do a little bit on his Abaddon to kind of fix the Viper situation, but you know, Nether Toxin doesn't care about the shield. His ultimate, I'm pretty sure, doesn't get dispelled by the shield. Does it?
Well, I don't know, not as I know of. Shouldn't be. It's an AoE effect, but I'm just not a fan of Viper picks in general. We see him mid coming out, so this is gonna be quite a hard time for the Shadow Fiend here. Only having Witch Doctor is not particularly good at trading out against the Viper either, so all comes down to skill in the mid lane, so
could be a little bit rough. As we get underway, and VG are making the aggressive rotations, as are in fact VG, so no one's actually gonna come into contact with one another, and just kind of playing around the aggressive runes. I think neither team going to come into contact, and First Blood will not be spilt. Mugi being very, very careful on his Terrorblade here in the trees there with that lovely, lovely white set.
Right, so it looks like we're going to see the 2-for-2 split and get adding range. Nobody wants that aggressive action.
Yeah, Lemon's kind of checking it out, but I mean, he isn't bad after all, and you know, he's just kind of getting information rather than actually trying to contest anything.
No, pretty cool looking Abaddon. Look at this cosmetics. That's one scary horse, that's for sure.
Absolutely right. Now, are we going to see any rotations at the middle lane? I mean, obviously Lanham is already here, but we've got 3 heroes from Newbee hanging out. Just look like Kakas. I don't know what he's doing.
He's already swapping lanes because they probably realized that the Lycan trip wants to not lane against them, so they just rotate him bot anyways, because there's not much Lycan trip can do early on against them. So instead
Jesus. It's going off in the middle lane, actually, as Lanham's taking a lot of harass damage from STC, and and Disruptor here, and he is going to get super low just from that poison, just from the ticking damage there, doing crazy amounts. And Ori struggling to find a start in this middle lane, going 1-for-1 right now. So we do have the Terrorblade versus the Lycan up at top, as Fenrir comes to support his carry, and Faith coming to help out Terrorblade. But Lanham now looking to cause some mischief up at top as well, so trying to force him out and get Paparazzi a bit of a better start to this game. And I mean, this game is all about Paparazzi, isn't it?
I feel like that is pretty much the truth. I mean, he has to, has to make sure on the lycanthrope that he somehow makes space for his Shadow Fiend. If that's not the case, he's just gonna run down, and then they have no chance.
Oh, Ori in the middle lane, he's getting low, he's trying to throw out the razors, but the Disruptor is doing a lot of work here, but he is going to be the first one to drop, and now SCC gets the trees. They can't find the kill onto Ori now, and actually, it might be the Viper in trouble as Lanham chases him down, but there is no other support in, so it's just going to be some heavy harass. Although Astral soon, maybe? Lanham wants to... No, surely not. Yeah, oh, he eats a mango, he gets the stomp down, but in comes Disruptor. Now I think this might be enough to chase away Lanham and actually maybe get this kill, as he gets a little bit too greedy, not quite watching the respawn timer on the Disruptor there, and eventually paying the ultimate price now. Faith stealing a rune up at top.
SCC just getting the kill there really helps them, but
oh, top stacks. Paparazzi, that's too many stacks to handle as Kaka is able to get a kill on the enemy carry. Yikes.
10 stacks on Sticky Nailball, I haven't seen that quite often, but
no,
hey, at least he has the full magic mod now coming back into the lane.
True, gotta look on the bright side. Gotta look on the bright side. Although, it's not a massive bright side, has to be said. Ori's really struggling at mid. I mean, 3 last hits on him. I mean, Paparazzi, 7 last hits compared to Haka. He's only got 4, but still dominating the lane quite hard.
Yeah, SCCC just managed to deny any assaults from the Shadow Fiend. Actually gets one denied there, but it's gonna have to be a rough start.
You can say that again. Well, he's going for the razors, but we actually have a glimpse back onto Lanham in the jungle as the Clockwork comes in to try and help out Faith, looking for Lanham here, but Lanham, he's going to make some rotations. I don't think he's too scared about this. And, oh, we actually have the Viper diving Shadow Fiend in the middle lane, and...
Ooh, solo kill by SCCC. That wasn't... He's level 3 and just dove for Shadow Fiend under his own tower and killing him.
Yep, and that's the Viper effect. You let a Viper get ahead in the lane versus a Shadow Fiend, then he is just going to have a horrible time. And this, honestly, Corrosive Skin does such big work versus a Shadow Fiend. I mean, he really does rely on the surprise damage of Shadow Razors, and if he can't put out, you know, if that extra magic resistance is there, it does make life pretty miserable for a Shadow Fiend at mid, and really stops him being able to get those surprise damage kills as you dive the tower.
Yeah, it pretty much negates all the bonus damage he gets from multiple Razors in a array. But I think they need to rotate someone in to just help him out, because he's sitting on 11 souls, well, no 13, but he's not even going to contest runes here.
Ori's coming in, this might be a mistake, he's actually just gone for the deny. What's it going to cost him though? Oh, miss uphill from SDC, that's pretty huge. Faith isn't giving up though, Faith really wants to get a bit of cogs damage here, but no, we'll finally decide it's not quite worth it. Now, bottom lane, we have the Terrorblade versus the Abaddon here. So, we see Terrorblade Mugi sitting on 22 last hits, but also... Oh, yep, that is a dead Clockwork. We got there just in time to watch that Maledict pop him off. And that's the power of the Witch Doctor and the Elder Titan.
Yeah, just a stomp into his perfect Maledict setup, +1 stun, +2 razors. You're pretty much dead if you catch that combo. I think this is exactly what they need to do. Just constantly roam around the mid lane, try to catch those supports that want to help out the Viper even more, and maybe even try to attempt to man himself.
Yeah, now, oh, we have a kinetic field here. I've been able to escape, thankfully, thanks to 2 points in Curse of Avernus. Not bothering with the Mistcoil right now. Just looking to be annoying in his lane, slow down Mugi a little bit, and get that kind of speed difference going on. Now they're both still completely equal on last hits, but now with Disruptor coming on, I think we might see Mugi getting a little bit ahead. But he's having an okay start to this game, doing better than Paparazzi, that's for sure.
Rotation going mid.
Yep, trying to take out SCCC. Can they do it? Not sure. Will the Maledict be enough? I don't really know with these raindrops.
Oh no, not at all.
Yeah, thank you raindrops.
Should be.
Yeah, they saved him.
Raindrops.
Absolutely saved him. What an item. Take note, mid players.
And correct.
11, getting very low down at the bottom lane, trying to run away. I think he is going to be okay, though. Thank you once again. Curse of Furnace and Phase Boots mean that he can fly away. There will be a glimpse available from the Disruptor if he wants it, but actually, I'm not sure he wants it. And going to have to use it defensively now, and 11 is going to take that victory. And a rune. A victory rune. Sweet, sweet taste of money, XP, and zoning supports.
Yeah, that was pretty crazy. I mean, this is the power of Tibetan. He can run at everybody that is solo, beside like maybe 1 or 2 heroes, which actually in this game, Terrorblade and Viper do a good job at zoning him at anyways, but...
Oh,
like
up at top, Kaka is dropping the flames onto 11 here. Only 1 stack of sticky napalm there. I think it might more be to farm than anything. And there's the ultimate pop, but actually Fenrir is here. He's got the stun, he's got the malediction off. Kaka's getting low. Has he bitten off more than he can chew here as he has done a drop to the shield, and 11 finds himself a kill up in the top lane.
Abaddon is super powerful against the Batrider because you always get your shield proc off whenever you want to. Just stand on the Firefly for 1 or 2 seconds and you get some free damage coming your way.
Well, Lanham rotating bottom to defend this tower from Mugi. He was already trying to get his push on a little bit. He's got that 1 level in Conjure Image, and he's got that sweet, sweet reflection to help him if anybody jumps on him. So, yeah, you know, bit of damage to the tower, pulls a bit of pressure, forces a bit of rotations. Ori is coming in, though. If they can get the sleep here. And Mugi's like, nah, I smell something here. I smell you, Shadow Fiend. And Ori hanging out, but meanwhile SCCC is looking to maybe force some rotation to the middle lane now. And we actually see, oh, top lane, they're trying to run down the Abaddon. 11 getting very low, his shield pops. What have you got now? He's got an ultimate for 2 seconds. It's gonna come with cooldown. Oh my god, he actually manages to get a kill. He's chasing down Kaka. It's a double kill for 11. Oh, what was the timing on that borrowed time?
Just as planned.
Jeez, he got the shield off. Yeah, I know. God, but I mean, a slight element of luck perhaps there, but jeez. Like, that gank went horribly wrong for Newbee.
Getting glimpsed back into the Terrorblade.
That rotation, yeah, did not pay off in the end. Lanham not respecting the two supports nearby. And middle lane we do see Ori. He's actually managed to pull ahead on last hits versus the Viper now, so that's something. I mean, it's jungle creeps, so nothing to be said about that, but maybe things not going.
I'm just gonna say, like, he's going for the early Vladimir for him here. Let's say I like the build, considering you have a Shadow Fiend and your Lycan in the team, which buffs up the Lycan quite a lot.
And Paparazzi's actually just gone to jungling now, which is a pretty sad state of affairs. He's been at this a while, so he is pulling ahead on the last hits, but you know, he will probably see him a little bit behind on overall net worth, and yeah,
fairly inflated net worth already. Even Kaka now finding him in the jungle, probably gonna zone him out once more.
Yeah, maybe they're not willing to let Paparazzi just do his thing here, as VG bring back some old strats, but this, just 1 sticky napalm is enough to scare Paparazzi away, as Kaka's looking for Fenrir now. He does have the level 7, but he's not really too interested in going too crazy for kills, just trying to create some space, walk around so you can find Lanham, gonna be the next one to spot out the Batrider, who's doing a little tour of the dire side of the map, seeing what there is to see.
Tempted rotation in mid coming on as well, but this Viper is pretty much unkillable at this point, as you see. He's going for that early Dominator. He just has a phenomenal amount of health already, and pretty much nobody can kill him. They have to commit at least 3 heroes to remotely bring him down, so just gonna park their Witch Doctor in the mid lane to get some EXP. Bottom, Firefly.
They're looking, aren't they? And Ori might be the target as they manage to get the lasso off, but the sleep is not going to be on time, and Ori actually is going to get bursted down very quickly indeed. Kaka taking a little bit of damage in the meanwhile, but not nearly enough to threaten his life here, as he gets back 11 and Lanham rotating in these tanky 2 heroes. Not able to save Ori's life though. And this was the idea, right? Get the Abaddon in, get those orthotic shields down and try and break those lassos, but unfortunately the rotation just wasn't quick enough from 11 there, so we did see the first lasso of the game, resulting in a death for the VG mid. Yeah,
a little bit out of position on that one, but I think Vici is really ready to almost stack up with the Lycanthrope with the Abaddon and just try to make to get as many early tires as possible.
Well, they're going to need to as we look at top, as Mugi, he's popped that Metamorphosis and he's got the Conjure Image and he has taken down this tower as quickly as possible. And yeah, I mean, he's got a catapult about to join him as well, so I'm not sure this tower really stands much of a chance. They're not rotating anybody in to defend it, so they're going to let him get the solo tier 1 tower up at top. As Ori will throw out some Sun. SCCC going on to the Abaddon here, who has no more borrowed time left. He is being chased down, and we do have the kinetic field out as well, so 11 will drop in the end. Although, I say that, he manages to get a shield off and turning it around onto SCC, and now comes in Trenru as well. They're able to turn it onto the Viper. He does go down. Paparazzi being glimpsed quite helpfully into Faith here, as Lanham, he's trying to get a stomp, but doesn't quite manage it, and Faith will be able to block himself off with Cogs, so no kill there. But Vici Gaming taking a little bit of a win there as we look at that fight recap and see them doing pretty well for themselves. And also pushing hard at mid, but guess who? Up at top lane, Mugi still going with his catapult wave, pushing down, looking at the tier 2 tower now. They are able to take the tier 1 at bottom.
Yeah,
and Ori at middle lane as well, also going to drop. Kaka finding yet another kill. And 11 also being sent back to base. Oh no, just the bottom lane actually. And Paparazzi will push in that tower down at bottom, but only with his wolves.
Mugi almost managed to get the T2 completely done, even with the catapult, sitting on 1/3 of its original HP, so he effectively pushed almost 2 towers at the top lane. That gives him some space to work with, I believe. Kaka is looking to finish his blink up in around 600 gold. Stacking agents right now, I believe, should be for the TB. Looking at Vici, it feels like they do not do enough pressure on the lineup from Newbee, but on the other hand, you have that liking you can rely upon to push in the mid game. But TB is fairly scary if he gets farmed, and he's on a good way, sitting on top of the net with Child already.
Yeah, I think Vici are going to be having to look at some sort of pressure to put on Mugi here, because he's been just having too much of a free time right now. And they have been trying to force some issues. They've been trying to go bottom, trying to take some towers. They did take a good fight there. But in the end, they still lost a tier 1 and a fair amount of space to this Terrorblade. And that's what it all comes down to, you know. If you're giving the Terrorblade space, then I think Newbee don't really care what happens. And in fact, they're drawing even on the kills. So even with the kind of later game lineup, thanks to the Kaka's amazing rotations and some sick lassos, they have been able to keep up with Vici Gaming. And I think this is very bad for a Lycan lineup, who is now... Yeah, he's got his Helm of the Dominator and he's got his Necro. And this is not really the timings you want on Lycan, but at least he's got the timings. And we do see action in the middle lane as they use that glimpse. Slowed this Astral Spirit right down, so no stomp available for Lanham, and I think that's what they were kind of hoping for here. Now we do see Paparazzi, he's ulted up, he's looking for something. And what's he going to find though? He comes across a catapult, which he decides to kill. Alright.
Classifies as
ganked. Yeah, get ganked. Kaka, Jonah drops some fire onto 11 here. It isn't a bad enough after all, so he's not too bothered. And Stun, doing quite a lot of work here. Now the ultimate to follow through as well. They're able to take out the Disruptor, no problems at all. Viper put to sleep, and now the Creep's going to wake him up. 11 just letting that ultimate pop, healing himself up a tiny bit, but it's a tier 1 they're after, and it is a tier 1 they will get as Vici going to back out, pull out after this one. Or maybe look for a little bit more. No, we have Ori TPing away. And guess who took top tower? Guess who? It is Mugi. So even though they managed to take a tier 1, they got to kill him with support. It's not worth it in my opinion. It's just not worth it. Mugi managed to get himself a tier 2 tower by himself. He pushed a bunch of creeps. He's got a Yasha in his backpack. He's heading up the net worth chart. I'm wondering how much more VC have to do to force Newbee to fight them and to actually, you know, I don't think they can give up when they take these tier 1s, and I don't think you can pop the Lycan ulti like that. I think they need to find more and get more with these rotations, because right now they're staring down the barrel of Mugi right now, and that is a very scary barrel to look down indeed.
Yeah, they have to play around Paparazzi's cooldowns, especially like in Trip on the Shapeshift, just to have a reliable initiate coming out, because Elder Titan not the best to initiate on.
Yep, and the new cooldowns of course make those rotations a little bit more difficult with the extra 10 seconds at level 1, the extra like 15 seconds, an extra 20 seconds, so not huge, but it definitely makes a difference to VG, because they just want to have their foot on the gas the whole time. They don't want to let up on the pressure, and if you got to wait for cooldowns, you know, even 10 seconds, it makes all the difference, and that's 10 seconds which Terrorblade can use to hit his next item, turn up to the next fight, do some damage, and yeah, Manta's not going to be too far away. As
I would argue, in 10 seconds, the Mugi on the TB can definitely kill a tower in those 10 seconds.
Oh yeah, no problems at all. As long as he's got Metamorphosis up. I mean, that is their cooldown. That's what they got to work around. Like, they need Metamorphosis to take towers, I think. Although even without it, it's still pretty potent. So a tier 1 gonna drop. Last one of the game for VC. So these are their objectives. Now they're gonna have to look at tier 2s. Or they're going to have to look at Roshan, maybe. But, there's a Wild Wing here. I'm pretty sure this is, who does this belong to?
There's so many creeps in this game. I believe it's the Viper.
Oh yeah, it's the Vipers. Okay, Helm of the Dominator on Viper. Nice. Why not?
Yeah, pretty much the standard build right now, because Viper really benefits of having, like, additional, the additional attack speed as well as the health region. It's a good aura for him, and he can always pick up a useful creep for him as well.
Yeah, good points. And, that's going to make it very difficult, because they could maybe smoke the Lycan into Roshan and have it solo him over a minute or so, but with this creep there's no way that's going to happen. So it is going to have to be a full commit, and I'm not sure if Newbee would let that happen. And what's their Rosh fight like? I mean, Elder Titan is one of the kings of the Roshan pit. I mean, and he's on the side of Vici, so there's always that to think about.
On Newbee, you have Clockwork plus Disruptor, so this is potentially a really big lockdown coming out either from inside the pit or into the pit. I would argue if it comes down to a 5v5 on the Rage pit that Newbee has an edge, because they can pick people out with Kaka on the Batrider.
And you have the Disruptor as well, who is another king of the Rosh fight. But we do have a smoke out from Newbee here. 3 of their heroes coming through. And they'll see what there is to see, but I'm sure they're looking for something with this new Blink Dagger and the Flaming Lasso, and who are they going to find? It is going to be Fenrir, although immediately saved by 11 as well. The hook shot is actually into the back of his teammate, so a couple of misplays here from Newbee, and this fight is looking very, very awkward indeed as Kaka is split off and just taken out by Paparazzi's creeps as the Wolf comes running into the fight to see what he can get, and it might be the Clockwork who is the next target as Vici run through the tree line, and they are able to take him out. Looking now to Disruptor, what can he do? What can he do? If anything, the stun is not off the mark by Lanham, and actually the quick turnaround onto Abaddon might get him this kill. Nope, Borrowed Time just comes off cooldown once again, able to save him.
A quick 2 for 0, no tires falling. This Metamorphosis is on cooldown now, or will be in about 5 to 10 seconds, means they can still go for something.
Yeah,
Lycanthrope has the faster cooldown now.
This was a good rotation from Vici here. They forced a fight from Newbee. Newbee smoked them. I'm not sure, did they see the smoke? I can't imagine they would have, but they sensed something was happening, and they went for a fight of their own, and that works out very, very nicely for Vici indeed.
I think what happened is that they found the Abaddon under the tower in the mid lane, but actually went for the Witch Doctor over here, and he immediately got shielded, so Lasso was completely... The entire power of the initiation on Newbee was just gone in a second. They had no hookshot target.
Kaka down at bottom. Ori's trying to get the kill. He gets the triple raises off. The sleep is not going to be there. Ori, can he chase? Kaka Blink is available. Will get him out of there. So that was very close indeed, in fact. A rare miss by this Elder Titan here, as they are able actually to get a return kill onto the Witch Doctor in mid. Not ideal.
Losing the Witch Doctor, well, not too big of a deal, could have been worse, but that surely delays the pushing even more for 20 to 30 seconds, and guess who's farming in those 20 seconds?
Yeah, and also, I mean, you got to think of the stuns as well, like, what stuns do they have without their Witch Doctor? I mean, you got an Elder Titan, but he needs something to set up on, and with the Blink Daggers and with the high mobility on the enemy team, it's going to be difficult for them to actually push towers and threaten any sort of advancement from Newbee without Fenrir here, so he is... Oh, we have a lasso, actually. They managed to find the, who is that in the middle of all of that? It is the Abaddon who is taken out very quickly indeed. And actually the hook shot forward onto the Elder Titan, but it's able to force himself out. Now Ori, he's actually trying to do some damage to Faith here, but being very careful about over-committing to this one. They will be able to take out that kill. Paparazzi blinked back. Kaka looking for more. He's got his Blink Dagger, but he's a little bit cautious here. And now he gets yielded up. Ori, he cooks up the ultimate. He drops it onto Kaka. He is going to go down like a sack of bricks, but Mugi turns it around. Ori is dead. Mugi, the Terror Blade coming in, and Fenrir, he's going to be alright. He gets away just about in time, but that is the power. Oh, we actually have an ultimate from the trees from Fenrir. Zoning. Just going to zone. And that will force him back.
Clear that illusion.
Exactly, yeah. I mean, illusions hit hard. You know, can't really blame him for that one. More importantly, they give information.
I think they could have turned around and Fenrir just tried to make a trade, but they're trying to play super careful as well. The Shadowfiend just got annihilated in the fight. Lycanthrope had no ultimate up and running. Same with Elder Titan, so nobody had mana left, so they had to disengage. And I'm pretty sure they can be happy how they traded out in this one.
Yeah, but Mugi gets scarier every second, and after that fight as well, he did very well for himself. I mean, he got a kill, and now he's looking at a Hurricane Pike very shortly too. And I mean, what are VC's answers to this? What have they got?
Well, they got a wolf, and they better have a wolf that can push really well, because he's not looking down the barrel to a BKB anytime soon. He's still lacking, and pretty much all of the farm goes to Ori. He was actually going for the BKB himself, but he's still a long way off as well, so I think it comes all down to the crucial item timings, and hope the Abaddon doesn't get killed.
It's interesting because we've seen both teams being very, very careful in these fights. Neither team wants to overcommit, because what happens if you get wiped? You know, if Newbee wipe Vici, then their Terrorblade is going to have so much space, he's going to get really far ahead, and he's just going to be impossible to take down. And same with the Viper as well. I mean, the Viper's still threatening himself as well. And they're going to give away map control, which means that the Kaka gets stronger on the Batrider, and there's just so many things which go wrong if Vici get wiped. However, if Newbee get wiped, they're going to lose a tier 2. They're probably going to lose a tier 3 even. They might even lose some shrines on top of that. That's the power of the Lycanthrope. So both teams really scared to commit to these fights, and you can see that in the team fights. You know, we haven't had a full wipe yet. We haven't had full commission, like the full commit from either team, because they're just too scared. There's too much to lose, and too much to be gained from winning the fights as well. So I would have thought VC might be a little bit more aggressive in trying to commit a bit more, trying to get some 5-man fights going on, but we have had them, but each team does decide to back off after a while, and the chase, it's kind of scary for Paparazzi to commit to because of the Viper on their team and the Clockwork and all of these defensive heroes who can help out.
Yeah, there's just two big, if not three big counters to Lycanthrope already. There's 2 spells that just can trap him already, and a Lassie to disable him further, so whenever he pops the ultimate, he just runs probably into Lassie, or Disruptor just glimpsing him back if he wants to use it defensively. So, and it feels like Newbee is completely fine with this, while Vici actually has to push. Because your Shadow Fiend will not out-carry a Terrorblade and a Viper in the late game, especially with a Batrider on the field. Because as we all know, Batrider kinda almost completely negates one hero in the late game.
Yeah, true there. And we will see Mugi actually going into Roshan with SCCC here as well. And Faith just keeping guard. Now the Wolf is going to be the one to scout it out. Also a nice stomp from Elder Titan, going to slow things down, but we have the grapple. They managed to find the Lycan. This is a huge kill, and they drag him back into that Static Storm and are able to take him down. Now Clockwork once again. Hookshotting the back of his teammate, but we have a perfect glimpse onto Ori here, who will pop the BKB. He's trying to blow up the Terrorblade. Can he do it though? No, the Sunder goes off. Mugi back up to full health. Abaddon, he's got that borrowed time available. Meanwhile, Ori and SCCC are fighting up on the high ground, but now it's turning around. 11, no more borrowed time, no more life for you as he gets taken out. Oh boy, and now another glimpse. They catch out Fenrir. He's going to try and TP out of this one, and nope, not okay as the Clogs bash him back, and Fenrir is taken out, and it will turn from a Roshan into a massacre for Newbee, and now they're going to claim their prize, and probably a tower or 2 in the process, and not to mention a huge gold advantage from that fight, as we see 1k going in their way. Lost 1k for VC, that's a net change of 1,600 gold going into Newbee's pockets, and now a Roshan, which means a little bit of extra gold, which means an Aegis, and VC Gaming, it was a hard loss for them. But Potter, what happened in that fight?
Pretty much, I think the dominating factor was the Lycan getting caught off guard. We had a phenomenal jump coming from Karka already, and he actually, Abaddon wasn't ranged just quite. He was missing like 200, 300 units to actually dispel it, and then he just got pulled back into Disruptor ult. And we saw Newbee committing all they had and tried to foresight as much as they could, and in the end, Viper was just too strong to deal with for both the Abaddon and the Shadow Fiend. He was just running rampant and nobody could kill him.
Yeah, and the BKB didn't even do that much for the Shadow Fiend in the end. I mean, it allowed him to get his ulti off, it allowed him to at least force Terrorblade to use the Sunder here, but in the end, it wasn't enough. It wasn't nearly enough, so still struggling to find his entrance into this game. Ori just, he's had a pretty tough time of it. I mean, if we look at how many kills he actually manages to secure with this Eul's Scepter, I think maybe 1 is the answer. And that's not what you're looking for. If you pick up a Eul's, you're looking to get some kills. That's like, it's almost like a Midas in a way. It's like your way back into the game is that initiation to help you get some kills. But that's just not happening for Ori. The comeback item is not helping him come back, so...
Yeah, it feels like going for some more stable... Even looking down the Hurricane Pike, considering it up against Disruptor and Clockwork, might not be too bad of an idea, but... Yeah. The Eul's alone into BKB, you don't have an ability item, and you're up against the Clockwork and the Batrider, who are super mobile, as well as the Terrorblade, who can slow you down in the fight, so you pretty much have no escape if you run into trouble, which means you have to pretty much fight on the spot wherever you got caught off guard and hope your BKB protects you.
Alright, well we see Abaddon sitting on his Sacred Relic right now, so we'll be going for that. Radiance isn't actually too far away from it, so 11 with a Radiance might actually help out a little bit. Dealing with those illusions perhaps, but mostly the mischance is going to be pretty huge as well. And see if we've got any more items coming out. I mean, we got the Yulsup coming up on Kaka soon, and actually, talking of Kaka, immediately with a borrowed time, 11 just breaks free and runs away, but there's a glimpse. What have you got now? What have you got now, 11? Absolutely nothing, as he is blown up by the side of Newbee. Well, if it's not one initiation, it's the other, and he's able to break the lasso, but he's not able to break the glimpse. That is 2 fairly big spells used to take him out, though.
Yeah, Nethertortson, what a spell in this fight. Can't actually get him caught out.
Uh-oh, he's just dropping. Will actually be forced off down to the low ground, and I'm not sure whether the Maledict will be enough to take him out. Let's see how it goes. Oh, it's looking pretty bad.
It should be.
He drops. And the creeps, the cleanup crew is here as well. Actually, go make it a... Faith is fine. Faith is fine. There's no way this mob of unruly creeps is able to take him out. And actually, SCCC, we see why he's gone for this. Oh, we actually have the drag back. Paparazzi able to escape from the kinetic field, though. And yeah, I'm sorry, we didn't actually mention before, when we see Viper with his Helm of the Dominator, it's not really for him. It's more for dealing with the Lycan. It's about stealing his creeps. And if you can get a Helm of the Dominator at the same time the Lycan gets Helm of the Dominator, and just save it to use on his creeps, and he's basically got 1 less creep. And, oh, we have the hook shot onto Paparazzi here. He's trying to break out of these cogs, but he can't quite find an escape route. And now he's thinking of turning onto Faith here, but does choose to take the blast as he runs out. But Mugi's coming in as well. He's dropping quite a lot of damage down. Ori cooks up the ultimate, is able to get it off him with the sleep as well, but they're running away. They don't want to get sundered, but he will get sundered all the same. And that is the danger there, as Mugi is chasing down Ori. 11 coming in as well, but we've got a lot of support on the sidelines here looking onto this fight. And once again, no team wants to commit to the other. The Witch Doctor has dropped, so Vici Gaming probably want to reset. Man, what an awkward fight. Not quite able to find the finishing kill on Mugi. And could they have killed him before he got the Sunder off in that sleep? Okay, here they come. They get Abaddon inside the ultimate, and he is taken out very quickly, making short work of him. Paparazzi popping the ulti, coming in, thinking about it, getting out again, but no, he comes in. Sunder is off cooldown already, apparently, and Paparazzi will be forced to make a hasty retreat, even with his BKB, and that is super annoying to pop that 10-second BKB and then immediately be sundered so that you can't even use it, because the right clicks will take you out. Jeez, what a rough game from Vici right now.
Yeah, Vici is not falling pretty far behind, and you're up against the Terror Blade, so it's not going to get better. So they have to get really creative how they want to defeat Newbee here. Otherwise, looking pretty grim for them. It's a lycanthrope. He's not going to outcarry Terror Blade, neither does the Shadow Fiend, especially not with going to the Aghanims. So what I think they hope to accomplish here is finish up the Aghanims, get souls on Ori, and then just try to get the perfect pick off, where you just lock somebody down with the Yules and get a free kill on the core. This is pretty much the only chance to win those team fights.
Well, we have SCCC looking for a play here, actually. Not sure Batrider meant to Yules himself there. Maybe looking to use that on someone else. And he just runs off. 11 hanging about. This is very aggressive from 11 right now. And we've seen him being punished for this before. But still no Radiance. Which is a shame, because it was really close to it the last time we looked about 5 minutes ago, and uh-oh. That's another glimpse. That is another ultimate used on him. They realize how important 11 is to these team fights, and he's trying to get out of this one. The sleep is okay. In comes the Earth Splitter as well. It might do a fair amount of damage here, and it might actually be the Clockwork who's going to drop first. Yes, it will, but the rest of the fight is going off as they are able to take out the Disruptor. Mugi, though, he's got a lot of damage, and he is a big, big, angry boy chasing away Vici. They've got to be careful how they take this fight, but there is now 5 of them versus 2. What can they do? Mugi just playing so carefully, and actually in comes Kaka as well, trying to turn this fight around. Vici, are they backing out here? They are.
I think they want to. They want to bait somebody in so Ori can get off the Shadow Fiend ultimate, but with the BKBs running out, I doubt Newbee will be returning into this fight.
Newbee don't want to go back into this one, so Vici actually letting them go. Was that the play there, Potom?
I don't feel like it was at all, but look at Vici, you need to push. You have your Lycan up. You just had a phenomenal team fight where you actually managed to get some pickups, even if it's only the Disrupt and the Clockwork. Now get something out of it. Push for their T2 aggressively, but instead they look to just farm up their jungle, get something more out of it. I mean, your Abaddon finally finishes Radiance, I believe. It's flying out on the courier, so you have those core items you can play around in the team fights. But after all, it's Mugi, it's a Terrorblade, and he's getting more and more and more. He's sitting 2k above the Shadow Fiend already on the net worth, and almost 8k over the Abaddon.
You know, the Shadow Fiend is also a Yule Scepter Aghanim's Shadow Fiend, so I feel like his net worth is a little bit decreased this game just because the Yules really doesn't actually add to him many stats. Other than that pickup ability, that's still like, how much gold is that? What, like 2k gold, 2.5k gold of basically stats which don't help out a Shadow Fiend. So I mean, this is just my hatred of Yule Scepter coming through, to be honest with you, but yeah, we've seen an instance where it's perhaps not so useful this game. So yeah, staring down the barrel of gun. I mean, I think that back out was actually Vici's mistake, and they are going to find 11 here. Now 11, he has of course got that borrowed time, but they are not afraid to drop everything on him once again, time and time again. They're just using it all on the Abaddon. They're even going to net him again. Absolutely everything. The kitchen sink throwing at 11 here, but they're really struggling to bring him down. And Hookshot actually even committed, and that is going to miss, but they do take him down. But Jesus, what? Why are they committing so much to this Abaddon? I mean, it's been working for them, so I mean, obviously it's doing something, but...
He's definitely the core role you have on Vici's lineup, because he can dispel that lasso, and he's probably the best target to get caught off guard with, considering you have the Disruptor running around. But it feels like you're not accomplishing anything. We saw Paparazzi on the bottom lane. In the meantime, he used the shapeshift. He used everything he had just to try and bring down SCCC on the Viper. But guess what? He pressed the BKB button, he pressed the TP button, and he was out of that one. And now Paparazzi is just having a pretty poor excuse of a push coming at bottom with only a Mud Golem and 2 Wolves, and he can't really commit to anything.
Yeah,
so I felt like they should just create a five man gang squad on Vici and try to find somebody with the Shadow Fiend.
What's he thinking about here as he does yields himself up in the air, will get slept, and that is a lot of damage coming out from Ori, but Ori actually finds himself inside the kinetic field. And Ultimate also committed by Fenrir, thinking he could just get a cheeky kill with a couple more hits from his Death Ward, but doesn't quite happen. And now Mugi, all the illusions of the world up onto the high ground here, and that tower is dead. And they'll be happy with that one. But Paparazzi coming in the back lines. He pops his BKB. Orio's here as well. He's got that Yule Scepter. Will pop it on the clockwork, and surely this will be a kill for him. Nope. He actually gets hook-shotted up. But yep, finally Mugi is able to finish the job. Sorry, Ori is able to finish the job. Mugi being stuck in place. He's got the Sunder. He really wants to use it. Who can he find to use it? No, it actually drops. Not before the Abaddon goes down as well. Fenrir getting ulted up by SCCC. SCCC, he's got his eyes on the Fenrir. Will be able to get him. Meanwhile, Ori is fighting it up with a Bat Rider who's yields up into the air, but he is able to blink away, and SCCC does go down. Vici finally able to find something this game. Ori's not done, and he is able to find Kako as well with a Blink Dagger of his own. Oh my god. Vici took a fight off Newbee Gaming, and that was not expected. That was not expected at all. And I think the most key moment of that fight was their positioning, able to stay away from the Terrorblade. Like, they only let their weak targets go close to that Terrorblade. Abaddon was like, yeah, you want to Sunder me?
I completely agree. We saw Paparazzi pretty much. Well, he almost blundered a little, killing off that Disruptor, but he committed everything, including his BKB, just to kill off the Disruptor and made some of the damage. So just chasing the supports to the backline gives so much space for your team to actually zone out the Terrorblade, and they have pretty good tools coming to that. They have a Witch Doctor with a good stun. They have an Elder Titan on the board, as well as an Abaddon. He has a Radiant, so Terrorblade doesn't want to stay near him. So it really felt like they executed their entire team fight right for the first time in this game, and now look at the pushing power coming out. This is a max for him, and there's nothing they can do about it.
And that is the power of Lycanthrope, with the, of course, the presence of the Dark Lord also helping out a lot with that. And as I said before, you know, you get a 5-man wipe, and guess what's going to happen? You're going to lose a Rax. You know, you're going to lose everything. You're going to lose some shrines. That's the power of the Lycanthrope, and he's actually got himself a Nullifier now as well, which I really, really like against that Terrorblade. Stops him being able to Manta or Hurricane Pike, which is really, really key. I like that a lot.
So the next race on 11. This Abaddon is going to be a problem going further in this if he manages to find some form, but I felt like Newbee should be definitely winning this with how much farm they have on the Terrorblade already, as well as on the Viper, but we see actually Shadow Fiend climbing up to the same network as him now after those fights. Yeah,
well, I've been bashing him all game, but in fact this Yule Scepter really did pay off that fight, able to take out that Clockwork to start things off. Super, super key, and yeah, Vici Ori playing an excellent Shadow Fiend in that fight for sure. So he's struggled to find his footing so far in this game, but I think he's definitely kept the farm up very well, and of course that Axe has been helping him keep that damage up with the Necro Mastery, and also keeps his Yule Scepter relevant. So yeah, begrudgingly the Yule Scepter is still relevant 35 minutes into the game.
It was the Yules after all, you were wrong.
I was wrong. We might have a smoke out now from Newbee. We sure do, as their ultimates are all off cooldown once again. As are VC's though, so gotta be careful on who they go on, as SCCC pushing down the middle lane. But Abaddon is down on the bottom, so he's gonna be getting his push on a bit, and we might see a clash of teams in a minute. Actually, Abaddon's coming back for this one. Oh, it gets cancelled. Glimpsed 11. Uh-oh. The team are going to be running here, but they're not going to make it there nearly in time. In fact, no, they've given up on Abaddon. Sorry, 11. You're on your own. Denied? Wow. Thick miscoil there. Able to deny himself with that 250 damage nuke. And they're going to take a Roshan. That's like, hey, kill our Abaddon. Kill it. We don't care. Can they do it in time, though? SCCC is running.
Like it,
Newbee are running for this one. They want to contest this, but can they get there in time? Roshan, he's dropping, but in comes a hook shot. Can they get them? They're all inside the cog. Who's to go down to? Paparazzi picks up the Aegis. It's a huge ultimate inside the pit, though. Mugi just firing the damage. Ori is the one to drop. Paparazzi trying to run away. They're all slept up except for Mugi, who's BKB'd up, but he can't find the last hit. Kaka does drop. Lana being chased down. I'm not sure if he's going to survive this one, as he's glimpsed back into the clutches of Mugi here, who's doing so much damage, but they don't have any detection for him. The cask not bouncing how they want it to, but Lanham, how fast is this guy? He's got Tranquils, he's got Atos, he's going to be flying out of this one. No disruption there to stop him from TPing away, so he does actually escape. Show the fight recap, please, as we see a pretty much not a significant goal change here. I mean, a little bit of extra for Vici there, but they were able to take Roshan, and they got that Aegis, if I'm not mistaken, onto Paparazzi. Yep, there you go. Dire
yeah, and this is the big win. This means they will not be a terrible late running around with an Aegis. This gives Vici enough potential to actually just get a Rax on their own once more. If they manage to even trade out, that would be phenomenal for them. Because what you see Newbee doing now, they kind of just stick around. They have to defend their base because bottom lane is pushing in. They can't really go for that bottom push because they will always get stopped around this area at top, simply because the Lycanthrope will trade out for the mid lane. And he should have no problem pushing out the 2-2 here.
That was
even taking up the Nullifier as well.
So close to being disastrous for Vici there. Like the hook shot into the pit, I thought it was over. SCCC, he's going to get nullified up, and that's the slows coming into play as the Centaur will stomp him down. But actually, Paparazzi realizes he can't get this one. This may be a very early Aegis indeed. Although SCC is still dropping. Paparazzi's going to pop the ulti and clear himself out of here. How long does he have left in that? Oh, the hook shot's through from Faith. What a play! And now the glimpse back as well. Paparazzi doesn't know where to run. Where do you go? And now he's no longer in Metamorphosis. The TP out will be attempted, but the immediate yields from the Batrider, and they are just going to nuke him down. No problems at all. Paparazzi, life number 1, will drop, and no one's interested. I mean, VC, they can't get in for this one, so unfortunately, it's going to be 2 lives, and just like that, your Aegis has disappeared. But I mean, that was never really the point, was it?
No, not really, but losing a Lycanthrope after he tries to pick off a Viper, it felt fairly miserably. They don't even get any trades on the lane.
I mean, yeah, I don't think he saw this Reaver pickup, which Viper would literally just grab from the secret shop, so he like went to rip apart the Viper, which he thought he could do in like 2 seconds flat, and then realized he was kind of, you know, it was like taking...
Yeah, it also felt like that he will survive even without the Reaver.
It was like trying to take down the Empire State Building 1 brick at a time, you know, it would have been there all night. And we do have an ultimate now onto, oh, guess who? It's the Abaddon. They really, really hate this guy, but it seems to be working for them so far as 11. They're going to drop everything on him. They're just going to take him out, and they've already proved that they really like killing Abaddon, and they're going to do it again. Ori in the base, actually. Not sure.
Not sure.
Well, he's going to go for the kill onto Kaka here, and the hookshot will not interrupt it, but that's a cheese! Is that a cheese? No, what?
That was a cheese.
Oh, okay.
That was a cheese indeed.
And Faith will jump out. I never even saw Kaka taking that cheese, but yeah. Ori getting... Well, he's in a bad place right now, and he will get taken out. So once again, VC Gaming going for some kills. I mean, can you tell me why he was sitting here? Obviously, he'd pushed through the base and was looking to pressure tier 4s. I mean, that tier 4 nearly dropped, but...
I'd like to give some explanation.
Anyway, we have a push on the middle lane from Newbee now, as they're actually able to take down a tier 3 of their own, and looking at Rax as well. Whilst we were trying to... Well, we were still just completely stupefied by Ori's interesting guerrilla warfare tactics. But they're going to rotate in Mugi. I mean, their cores are down. Like, you know, they only had Paparazzi, who has just popped Metamorphosis, so...
Yeah, in 50 seconds,
Rax.
no buyback
Let's
on
go.
the Shadowfiend.
Let's go.
This is a free Rax coming out. So.
Metamorphosis is used, and what can you do, Vici? What can you do? This is why you cannot give away kills this easily.
Definitely not by sitting in the enemy base at this point in the game. That was a little bit of a blunder, I would say. But still have a fortified.
Right, we'll leave him alone now. Okay, I'm sure he recognises the mistake. Oh, we actually have a lasso out onto Fenrir here. They're looking to take out the Witch Doctor as quickly as possible, but Fenrir able to survive quite a long time, and he pops that Glimmer Cape, able to live a little bit longer. But now comes a glimpse as well. They really want this Witch Doctor ultimate committed by the Disruptor as well, and Fenrir is just going to sit in the trees and be like, nope. Screw you guys, trying to kill me. We're going to have a Shadow Fiend back in the fight in 5 seconds. What damage can Newbee do before they get out? Well, Paparazzi says no escape as he pops a wolf form and he's looking for more. We see the heart pickup coming out from Kaka right now. And in comes Ori. He's found himself a Clockwork. Clockwork does have hook shot, so... The Clockwork Express is ready to leave the station should needs be, but meanwhile we actually have a play onto the Viper here as Paparazzi's trying to chase him down. Clockwork is able to survive, but SCCC is not going to be able to live this one out as the TP's coming into middle lane just to defend from the creeps. And it does look to be, other than losing their Viper, a full disengage. Again, this tier 4 looking very frail, so having to TP Mugi back to defend that one.
Yeah, but this was a win for them. They managed to finish off the mid-ranks after killing off the T3. An additional almost full set top as well, with both the tower and the melee ranks, and only losing your Viper in this fight. I mean, Vici could have lost the entire game there with a little bit of the blunder coming in, but they managed to at least get the Viper killed, and looking to get the last T2 in mid now, if not a Rax push on them for themselves as well.
Yeah, they're gonna grab a shrine or two on the way past. You know, might as well.
Quite literally on the way. They have so much damage if it comes to pushing.
Yep. Oh, Kaka. Very quick on the shield for 11 there, and Glimmer Cape as well used. Now they do take that tower. Shrine as well has gone down, so there's just one more structure. There's one more structure outside of the base, and Vici are going to make their way over and kill it. Unsurprisingly,
it's a scarily farmed TB. He's going for the Bloodthorn now, and he almost has it as well.
It's surprising though. I felt like he was doing way more in the earlier fights this game than he has been doing now. Have you been noticing that as well? Like,
I mean, he's now getting glimpsed up. He gets hook shotted up. Catches the Disruptor ult, has to run around the Nether Toxin. There's just so much. He has to focus so much on not running into stuff that will eventually kill him. So it feels like he's the, yeah, I guess they have a Lycan, so we can't do that kind of hero. But real impact from him this game is pretty hard. I mean, he is their pushing power. He is pretty much 90, if not 100% of the pushing power if it comes to towers, with Ori being the main damage dealer. But if it comes to physical damage, they rely on the team fight.
5-man smoke from Vici, and they're looking at SCCC here. Now, he is a heart carrier. He's also got himself a Heaven Talbot and a BKB, so this is not an easy kill by any stretch of the imaginations, especially with Kaka waiting in the wings. And they are actually going to back out of this one. Looking at top, just seeing if they can find a Terrorblade, being cheeky. Not going to happen, though. Now, who is in the 25 club? Well, at the moment, it is just the Shadow Fiend. It's going to be interesting. Has he gone for the cooldown reduction? He has. He's gone for the cooldown reduction.
Yeah, that is fairly common if you see that build, just because it gives you... You don't have to go for big items.
Oh, they've caught the Bat Rider. And they don't really have enough follow-up, though, so... especially with that haste rune as well. Thank you.
Just gonna go back in.
Yeah, why not?
Is he?
Unobstructed vision.
Taco.
Looking at 11. No, he's Glimmer Caped up, and actually, now comes a Nullifier onto Kaka here, keeping him slowed down with all those creeps, and they do take him out, no problems at all. Fenrir popping the ultimate even. Not doing a whole lot to Mugi, but SCCC caught inside the Earth Splitter there. He's taking a lot of damage right now. Can they take out the Viper? That is the question. They will be able to bring him down. It's a double kill for Fenrir of all people. Now Mugi's stuck in the middle of it all. He's got Sunder available. Will be able to use it, but no! Oh my god, they get out the Lotus Orb just in time, and Mugi goes down to 11 in the end. Meanwhile, we have Ori cleaning up on the backlines. He's able to take out 2, but what the actual hell was that Lotus Orb?
That was the most perfect timing on Lotus Orb I've seen all day.
When did that arrive? When did that get there? How did...
He just got it just before the fight, and he pretty much used it on the Evelyn in the moment he got sundered up.
Well, 11 making the clutch plays to completely change that, because they wouldn't have been able to get that kill. I don't know. It was an incredible play. But here we go, pushing onto the high ground. They've got the Lycan Wolves. They've got all of the menagerie of paparazzi coming through. Viper being chased away by the Nullifier, but it is going to be the second racks for Vici Gaming right now, going their way. And Newbee, well, 11 actually sticking around, maybe a little bit too long here. The rest of the team are completely gone. Fenrir is still hanging out. May regret it. No, oh, able to dodge the stomp. Oh, sorry, it was their stomp. Yeah, of course.
Yeah, well, so
zoning stomp. Zoning stomp. All right.
Still dodged it though.
Yeah, so. Still dodged it. Yeah, I'm not wrong. I'm just not right either.
Right. Third Rayshon is available if they want to, and the refresher shot is looking juicy for the Terror Blade. Pretty sure Mugi wants all of the items in the pit.
I don't know. Kaka might fancy himself a little double lasso action.
No, this is the full Terror Blade. You just go 2 Terror Blades with a cheese and refresher.
Oh, they're managing to find Fenrir here, and that is a nice little pickup for them, and he goes down like a hot knife through butter.
Yeah, that's their entry kill for the Rage Pit if they want to. If they don't want to choose to push with, no big
yeah,
for the Rage Pit.
Mugi's running in. He's like, yeah, let's go.
There's still that pesky, T2 sitting at the bot lane. So. Talking about the bot lane, guess who has a DD? Guess who's pushing? It's Paparazzi. If they leave him unattended on the bottom lane for too long, he might be able to kill off a T2 and even the mid racks. If not, just all racks. So.
Oh yeah, I guess there is one rack available. That might be a tempting option for him. But yep, Roshan not going to be too much of an issue. And who's it going to go to? Refresh the shard. It is going to be Karkar gets it up.
There's an angry wolf on the base.
Yep, there you go. One rack down. Paparazzi. There's a lot of TPs forced for this guy. Mugi coming in as well. Hook nice shot off the mark. Nice dodge from Paparazzi there. And is able to get himself out. Meanwhile, in the middle lane, they have managed to find themselves a piece of disrupted pie. But actually, it might be a pie for them as they are taken down onto the high ground. They've caught Ori, but now he pops out the BKB, turning it around onto Karkar. Karkar's going to have to run out of this one. He thought he caught himself a Shadow Fiend, but instead the Shadow Fiend caught him. Now 11. Disruptor going to be the first fatality of this fight as Faith coming forwards. Mugi popping the BKB, trying to dish out some damage, and 11 will go down once that bird time is off. Lotus Orb's not going to save you this time, buddy. Mugi down to the low ground. Now no more BKB, but Shadow Fiend, I believe, has used his as well, so with that 40% cooldown though, it's not going to be back in too much longer. And look at Paparazzi here. Look at this cheeky little doggy. When's the go time though? It needs to be quick because the whole team's coming back for you. Uh-oh, he doesn't know.
I get the slight feeling they know. At least they spotted him at some point, but he's still sitting around here. Yep. He wants to teeth like, so badly.
Oh, hey Mugi. Oh, hey Paparazzi, how's it going? Yeah, not bad. I'm just going to look away.
Don't mind me. Just chilling here.
Yeah. Just hanging out. What about you?
No push going on. Don't worry. But they actually look for him and they find him in the trees.
Yeah. Oh no, this is looking kind of bad. Yep. Just going to wait that lasso out, and he's even got a refresher shard should he need it. And they're not even going to use the lasso for now. They're just going to grab him up. There we go. Wait for him to break through the cogs, then lasso him, and that will be a nice, neat little kill for Newbee here. Paparazzi may have to be taken into the locker room for that one. And are you sure that was the best idea, the best play you could have made in that certain situation there?
Yeah, it looks a little bit. It's a little bit questionable. On the other
hand, on the other hand, the risk was worth the reward. Sorry, the reward was worth the risk for sure. Because if they hadn't come back that moment and he could have jumped in whilst the creeps were on the high ground, able to take out some a tier 3 and possibly even mega creep them, that would have been pretty insane. So I think weighing things up, it would have been worth it. And he knew the risks by sitting there, and I think he knew that there was no way he'd TP out if the Batrider came. So calculated risk, I would say.
Still have that refresher shot on Mugi on the TP, and look how much damage they do to the tower themselves now.
Oh yeah, they've moved it across the TV now. Damn it, I wanted to see...
Ori is trying to trade though.
Yeah, and we'll be successful in taking a tier 3, but I think Newbee are looking to threaten a little bit more now, as we're moving into the 50th minute in this game. I didn't expect this when I saw these drafts. Either Terrorblade runs away with it, or BC managed to push their way through everything, but SCCC... Whose Hex is that? Is that Ori's Hex? It is. Spellcaster Shadow Fiend, and that is a 13-second. Never mind, we have the... Oh no, immediately interrupted. And now BK beats pop from SCCC up onto the high ground. No lasso anymore. Aegis up on the Viper. Cheese up on Mugi. Refresher orb as well. Oh, this is not a good TP. Uh-oh. Paparazzi, no, not like this! Oh my god, he gets caught once again. He's inside the cogs, but where is his team? They're trying to come in, but it's too late. Paparazzi is dead. They are able to get the return kill onto Mugi, however, and SCCC isn't looking too healthy himself. He's dead. Aegis popped. Faith might just give up on his teammate here as Fenrir waiting in the wings to get that Maledict off. And now the Force Staff, the hooks, everything is used, and they are able to take him out. Badman stuck inside the Disruptor oldie, but no issue there really, and Kaka will back out, so somehow, some way, I mean, if you kill Mugi at the start of the fight, what are you gonna do? Faith is dead, and Lanham is unstoppable. Uh-oh, this is it, right? This is over. No way, no way can Newbee defend this. They don't have buybacks.
90 without the Viper, 80 without
and Paparazzi's just realised, it's just clicked, the ball's dropped, it's over. Here we go. Death push mid,
I'm
VC
gonna
gaming.
buyback. You got one too, buddy?
Yeah, it's like playing chicken. And here we go, coming down the middle lane. It was a dieback from the, from someone. And we have the... Uh-oh. If Kaka dies just like this, it could be over. They're gonna look at the mega creeps first, so they're playing it safe. They're not gonna go end the game yet.
They have the like and trope. They can go to end the game whenever they
That's what I was thinking, but the oh no, Lasso is immediately destroyed. However, they do have the refresher shard back onto the Batrider again. It's been changing hands like it's a hot bun this game. And in comes Kaka. He's got another one, but he is actually just killed. He's just flat out dead. He's got buyback. Will use it. Ori coming up onto the high ground, coming into the base to drop this ulti. Ori, what are you doing? He's giving his life for the cause right now, but is able to blink out somehow. And finally, it does look like the Ancient will fall. There is nothing left for Newbee, losing that game in the most spectacular fashion. My lord, what a game!
That was pretty phenomenal. Just...
Right. So...
Well, they hit a really good timing. I don't think Newbee expected that they can actually get brought down so quick in the team fight. A little bit off the timing with the buybacks, but after all this was Shadowfiend dealing out a lot of damage. I want to look at his damage actually, how much he did in this game.
The damage output for who?
51k for the Shadowfiend alone.
Jesus, Ori was
more than Mugi.
All right, I'm sorry.
6k over Mugi.
I'm sorry for ever criticizing you, Scepter. I was clearly wrong. As VC are able to take that game, well, we will be right back with game number 2 coming up shortly. Don't go anywhere. My name is Ben Cast. He's been Pod of the Moon. Please follow us. Until then, we'll be back in a minute.